Kenneth Burrow. Company is ILEG Technology Screens. This is what we've been telling you for years. We've been telling you this stuff for years on why products have to be tested. Why it's a must that a screen paint must go through some type of batch number verification, why they have to have tests that are done live, because that's the kind of nightmare that customers will literally run into if products are not tested correctly. This is the reason why they fought so hard to try to discredit our products, because of what we were requesting for them to do was to do these tests. They didn't want to do these tests. They're going to continue doing these fake, badly demonstrations and just continue to rip off customers, making them believe that their products were working when they're actually failing extremely hard. That's what I was telling you about. We got dozens of demonstrations like that. You know, I'm recordings I have on this guy at the end of the day of him actually talking on camera. Literally that video alone, because he used the Frankenstein. He used their trademark to make money off their trademark, and they didn't receive a dime from that. Not one dime from the money he made off using their trademark, calling it the Frankenstein mix. Literally, not only do we have receipts of him committing this crime, of us buying this product off his website, we got containers from him marked, time-stamped, with his company's logo sitting on top, the company's name written on top of it, and then we have him in videos announcing that it's his products, it's his mix. There you go. Which we'll have no problem showing the judge on him taking claim over Frankenstein and making money off Universal Studios. Their brand, it belongs to them, and making money off of it. Got them in videos actually making the announcements. But you see how poor the Reds came up on that? How horrible that looked? Yeah. That's when he was making claim that the product was ambient light rejection. We have those videos of him at 143 in the video on the blacklist stating it's ambient light rejection. This is when he was charging 50 bucks. Then he turned around and started charging you 90 bucks. Now we know we have receipts showing we paid $90, $85 to $95 for the product, and it's not ambient light rejection. That's a downgrade. Then looking at how dark the mix was, at one point it was light, then he converted to black. That's when we got caught in the post office fraud charges, because he swapped their shopping cart at the last minute and changed it darker. That's what he did. See? Doesn't pay to do dumb stuff. And all that time, we could have showed those demonstrations. We could have posted those demonstrations. We didn't. We got so much stuff on this guy, it's not even funny. Fernando, if I spent a day uploading videos right now, you'd probably be in jail by the end of the day. There's a lot of stuff we have on you. A lot of stuff. So when I tell you that when we go to court, and I explain to you that those black boxes that come in show substantial evidence we have on you, you're not going home, buddy. And you're getting sued for so much money, it is not even funny how bad it's going to be. This is what I was trying to tell you. Yeah, we got pictures and videos and everything. We documented everything on this guy. So yeah, that paint called the Frankenstein, that's the version of it that is actually the one he claimed that's ambient light rejection. That's why it's sitting next to a window and faking the demonstration. The screen washed out completely. After looking at that, he still sold the product. We got receipts on it. Got 4 of them. Yep. So that's what you get from him. Mind you, we have customers who have washed out screens. There's all kinds of stuff we have on him. He was just making the product, doing these really poor demonstrations, and then basically just pushing it out the door as fast as he could. And then he would put on his website, if it lands on your property, you're stuck with it. If you open it up, you're stuck with it, because he knew that stuff wasn't going to work. That's why he had all those policies in there, to make sure he can keep your money. And we kept telling you this for years and years. Oh no, you're just jealous at the end of the day. Yeah, we're jealous at the end of the day. We do this stuff on a daily basis and we're jealous. Yeah, okay, sure. At least my stuff don't wash out. I can stick my screen in the window at 150 inches with the projector on the opposite side and still pick up. And at that, with the new stuff we had now, we did it at 50 lumens on direct sunlight. Yeah, we're definitely jealous. Ooh, I'm so jealous. Are you so jealous? No. We were trying to warn you and tell you from the door he was ripping people off. That his products were nothing more than black and white paint. You even watched him in the video making black and white paint. That match. And a lot of customers, after they found out about it, When we asked him to do those tests with network grade 773 and he fought us so hard, his customers were going and doing it themselves. And they were coming back. I saw the complaints coming back, upset and angry that his product was matching house paint. Where is the testing? This is the reason why batch numbers are going to be a thing, and we're going to push them to make them a thing, because again, it protects the customer, it protects the consumer. And that's what they don't want. They're going to continue to ride that gravy train, continue to rip off customers. See how washed out that screen looks? It's the same reaction that the customer had when the screen washed it out in the middle of a soccer game. Same reaction the customer was on a rooftop deck trying to watch Batman, and his screen was clearly washed out, and he was sitting there saying, "Oh, no, this is fantastic. The cinema bars were gray." You are colorblind, man. And the second video I just uploaded, that's in the video talking. So we can't say, "Oh, there's music over top this." That's not my video. Dude, you're the only one who has that painting. That painting shows up in multiple video demonstrations. It shows up in the network grade 773. It shows up when your product is matching house paint. It shows up everywhere. I don't know what it is about that paint, but it literally is littered in this apartment in all his videos. There is so much stuff that Fernando has deleted off his accounts, hardcore evidence of him ripping off. Don't worry, when I told you there's no point in deleting stuff, we have all that evidence ready to go. I will be challenging your company in court, Mr. Fernando, on every level you could possibly think of. The time of reckoning has come. You will no longer be getting away with anything. You understand me? We are going to be the ones responsible for cutting this nonsense off completely. You will pay for everything you have done. You understand? And those of you involved, you will suffer the exact same consequences. Remember what I told you in 2025, what was going to happen. Our technology was going to excel, and those of you who try to prosecute my company, you will pay for your actions. That's just a glimpse of the information we have on you already, of videos, pictures, emails, text messages, even trace emails. Your product does not work. We've been telling you this for years. We've tested your stuff. It doesn't work. You're running scams. Now you think about how many people bought that Frankenstein mix and how badly that stuff washed out. Keep in mind, I'm not even a professional person. He literally believed that video you just saw with that red washed out and an ugly look to it. He believed that was a good demonstration. That's why he posted it. If he didn't believe it was a good demonstration, it was worthy of being posted, we would have never got our hands on it. You can't find any of the videos next to the Frankenstein. He got rid of all. Try to hide all the evidence, but we got everything. Because we knew he was going to delete them. That's why if you look at the Bear Silver Screen video demonstration, what does it say at the top? It says, we're making a copy before video disappears. And there's the title of the video. And where's the video at? Disappeared. Yep, it's been ripping you guys off for years. You ripped off that church. You rip off anybody. Don't make a difference. Well, Fernando, your time is up. What you need to worry about is not what you can see, what we show you, what you can see, what you don't know, what you'll see in court. Fernando, you owe me millions of dollars. And you will pay. We can't pay all of that. It's virtually impossible. But we'll take everything from you. That's what's definitely going to happen. And Universal Studios, that's videos, they were sent over to them about a week ago. We also sent over documents that we purchased this from your site multiple times, and you've been making money off their name. Did you pay them any royalties? Did they give you any permission? See, this is what we're going to send to the judge. You have a habit of doing this stuff, taking whatever you want, like touching our copyrights and using our copyrights and violating our stuff. So this is what we're going to paint a picture for the judge when we get to the part of federal court involving the copyrights. That's why I explained to you at the end of the day, people, if he got 80 years, he's extremely lucky. He's going to be way over that mark. We can show that Fernando, since he's been here in the United States, has went in and violated just about everything you could possibly think of, including committing perjury on his own records for his LLC. Any other citizen here doesn't do the destructive nature that he does. And in a long while he was doing this, he threw people under the bus and didn't even care. Did you ever think the guy that gave you the apartment, that let you move in there, put his neck on the line for you? And now the stuff that you did, we got to file all this stuff against you because you committed all these crimes. Guess who's going to pop up in that mess? Your landlord. They're going to dig him up in this mess. So we have to dig him up now. We don't have an option because we got to go after him. We sue your company, Fernando. Guess what else it hits? It hits the building. If we decide to take the building, guess what's sitting up there? Your name attached to his building on an LLC. I'm pretty sure he has insurance, so I probably won't go that way. But you did all this. The people who got you the job so you can continue to pay the rent where you're at, pretty sure you're getting paid on their table. If that's the case, they're in a lot of trouble. They could lose your company. They're going to find the daylights out of them. Anybody else working at that company who's trying to do something positive, you messed it up for them. And he was trying to say, oh, but it's his fault because he's going after the company. We're going after the company for not committed crimes against our business. This is the cause and effect, ripple effect. This is what happens. If you did what you were supposed to do when you came here and not cause any ripples, don't commit any crimes, don't break any laws, you would have been good. You decided to come here and do whatever you wanted to do. This is the reaction. Other people in the process are going to suffer for this. We got no control of that. It's a ripple effect. You caused it. Got no one to blame but you. Yes, Karen's in there. They're going to go, oh, we keep saying that deporting thing. You want me somebody to contact you? I can have somebody contact you about what's going to happen to you. Want me to have somebody reach out to you? Put one of them up there again. I'll have somebody call your phone. I got your number. We got your information. Or even worse, I can get somebody in California to come pay a visit to your door. And then somebody explain it to you. You're not going back home. You understand me? You're not going to Mexico. It's not going to happen. You'll stay here in the States. You got time to serve. You owe us. You owe the country at the end of the day. Put it this way. You violated serious government documents. Federal crimes. You owe the country now. Whatever you did here, you're going to go to federal prison and you're going to serve your time there. And the first one I'm going to start with is those copyrights. And then we'll move on there with the post office and whatever nonsense that went on with that LLC. He lied on that one. Then the violation against Universal Studios for making money off Frankenstein. I'm surprised he didn't go after Nike or anybody else in the process. Who knows? I'll tell you one thing. That printing 3D press you got in there, if you've been printing any licensed material and selling it, you're in trouble. I had this conversation with somebody who did sneakers, and he would put like Hello Kitty and all that stuff on them. And I said, don't do that. That'll get you sued in a hot second because you don't have permission to do that. You got to contact them, pitch your idea. If they like it, then they'll let you do it, and they'll get a percentage of it. They have to get a percentage. They got to get paid. You didn't pay anybody. I got these screens coming out for the NFL. I know a friend of mine knows a few people who works over the Eagles. Can get me in there. Guess what? I can't be going out and putting their logo all over my stuff. Oh, it's the Eagles projection screen. We can't do that. We could sue. I got to contact them, get a meeting with them, sit down, pitch my idea to them. And if they like it, then I can. But they're going to get a percentage of that. I got to pay them a percentage of that. That's how business is done. You don't get a chance to take whatever you want, put whatever name on it, and then, I'm just going to make the money and they don't ever find out about it. What the freak is wrong with you? You gotta follow the rules, man. It's like everybody else gotta follow the rules. You gotta follow the rules. And you gotta find out how much money this is going to cost you. Mind you, when they come in to prosecute you, Fernando, you're gonna pay restitution. You're gonna have to pay them back the money plus a little more because they're gonna sue you, and they're probably gonna request some jail time. Because if that judge goes into those records and he finds out that if you have any previously offenses involving nonsense like this, our records are gonna pop up. Gee whiz Louise. My goodness, I just never seen anybody cut, steal, rob, cheat, whatever. You see how horrible that screen looks? That was supposed to be an ambulance rejection screen. I sat there and told you people, he doesn't know what he's doing. We told you this. Oh well. I'm gonna go pick up my license. Apply for my license. I'm done. I guarantee you, when we get your report, I guarantee you have a license to sell in the state of California. I bet you don't have one. I bet you don't have one. And we're bringing it in front of the judge. And they'll sit on this camera and cry. He's going to cry on this channel right now. And go, oh, we're doing it because he's full of hate. Nobody's full of hate. You're a bad person in business, man. You don't do business right. There's no way in the world you should have been selling that stuff. That screen looks awful, man. Awful. You're one of those people that a screen can look really, really messed up, and he will still sell it to you because he can see it. That screen has to be intact, man. It can't be faded, washed out, none of that. It has to be intact. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's sellable. That's why we do those tests, those white logo tests, contrast tests, all that stuff in fully lit environments to make sure that that screen is maintaining its color levels when it's dealing with screens that are far brighter than it. That's why we do those tests. That's why we drop it at 350 lumens, 1,000. We do all those tests. You skipped all that, and that was supposed to be your final test. That's a final test? Oh, jeez. Joke. That's an absolute joke. I've done that demonstration at 1,300 lumens outside. I've done screens in direct sunlight. That stuff wouldn't even make it in here. And we don't even have windows in here. Alright, I'm going to go do my stuff today. I got things to do. I don't got time to dwell on people who don't know how to do their jobs correctly, because that's actually disgusting. And there are people who have it. Mine, I know that the customers at the Frankenstein mix, every single one of them sit in this really dark environment. Can't have the lights on. And their projectors are far powerful than the one he's using in the demonstration. The customer who's screen to watch that in a soccer game, he has an Optima. Optima, half a million to one, it's a 4K, $500,000 to 1 contrast. But the reason why his didn't pick up, because he's being at a distance throw. There's 2 windows. Look at Jamie's apartment. He's on an ultra short, they're right on top of the screen. There's no windows in his environment, but he's going to convince this guy it's going to work. This guy couldn't even open up 2 freaking windows without the screen disappearing. It wasn't even there. It's not even enjoyable at any point. It's not enjoyable. So the only way you can use that screen is going to have to be in a complete dark environment. He did. You ever watch the video he did when he hooked that place up? He did an extremely good job on it. He hooked it up nicely. He did all that work to be plunged into darkness. Gee whiz Louise. What does it say in the Bible, Fernando? It says whatever's in the dark comes out into the light. It does not say that. But all the evil things that you do on this earth, you cannot hide them from God. They will be exposed to the world. He did not say that. We play in the light as much as we can. Mr. Fernando, I have mercy on you. You know why? Because I have 60 videos, just like that I can launch today. They will not be necessary. That is more than enough we need right there. You rant, you do what you do best. That's basically about it. We'll see you in court. I'll get this mess tidied up, get it out of the way, move on. Alright, I gotta go. I got things to do. I got a place to look at real quick. I got some equipment I gotta look for. The warehouse is set up for our new adventure. We got new screens, new coatings for the physicals coming out pretty soon. And I gotta go to City Hall and I gotta fill out document and paperwork to get our license and vending license or something underneath for this whole setup. Then I gotta go over there and check out the place and see what kind of areas I got to rent for it. So we got a lot to do. Yeah, it's a busy day. See, and you're going to be on camera talking about how you're making my product? You're going to make my product. Let me get this straight. You're going to come in and you're going to tell people at the end of the day, you have experience in black technology. And you couldn't even get a gray screen. Or whatever that stuff is, that gunmetal. He calls it gunmetal. You couldn't get that stuff to register next to a window? You don't know anything about black technology. You don't know a thing about it. Like I said, we gave him permission to make the paint. Twice, and he failed both times. Do I need to upload those videos? You do not know what you're doing. You can't even make your own stuff correctly. How are you going to make anybody else's?
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment.
You can't make my product. You can't make any product correctly. You don't understand. He doesn't even know what ambient light rejection technology is. You do know our stuff is ambient light rejection technology, right? So how in the world would you be making art stuff if you don't even know what it is? And your dark product, Frankenstein, I told you, you marked on the side of the container, not ambient light rejection. Yet you're going against a technology that is. How does that work? All right then, how would you have my stuff at the end of the day? There you go. See? Painting yourself in a corner again. You always paint yourself in a corner. All right, people. Y'all enjoy your day, because I'm definitely enjoying mine. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless.